And in this week's investigation, we're looking into a motorcycle accident that's drawing questions about police procedure. And our KX's William Johnson has been digging into this. And William, what did you find?
Well, Jordan, on March 29th, Hassan Hachem hit a curb when coming down Texas Avenue and says he nearly collided with a truck. Minutes later, he was taken to the hospital and police worked to piece together exactly what happened. While police say they did everything they could to investigate, Hassan says he feels that it's still not enough. For Hassan Hachem, the past few months have presented lots of twists and turns.
Yeah, I went flying off a road around 45, 50. My body bounced 3 times like a balloon. I rolled about 15, 20 feet.
The motorcyclist collided with the curb on Texas Avenue, with his helmet being the difference between life and a tragic loss.
There's springs that broke inside of here, so the visor can't pop back into place there. This was never like this before. It pierced through.
He quickly rushed to surgery.
I ended up with holes in my intestines, which was the reason for the emergency surgery. I was so loopy with so many rounds of morphine going through me, but it turns out he used to ride, and we talked about bikes for a little, and then he whipped out his little clipboard, said I had something to sign. It's like, what's this? It's like, it's a ticket.
An officer gave him a ticket for not having a motorcycle license. We went to Bryan PD asking how often tickets are handed in the hospital. Is that generally the procedure in place?
Yeah, it can happen that way. Even in multi-vehicle collisions, our officers will go conduct follow-up at the hospital.
Even as quick, though, as being in the hospital bed, not waiting till after?
Yeah, it's more so that they'd like to get it presented to them so it's not a waiting game.
And even though Hassan couldn't ride, that didn't stop him from looking into the crash.
He did go look back at, try to find surrounding footage, camera footage from around.
But after investigation, we found there wasn't a single traffic camera in the exact area of the crash on Texas Avenue.
That's kind of where the investigation comes to a stop at that point.
And while police did everything they could to investigate, Hassan says there should have been more.
There was no investigative report written up in the first place. All there was an accident report. But quite frankly, I feel failed. You know, I told myself that you can't always choose how to, what happens to you, but you can certainly choose how to respond to it.
As he moves past this obstacle towards a new path in recovery. To give Bryan PD some credit, they say they checked for evidence and did everything by the books. They also spoke with witnesses nearby, and the reason they say a criminal investigation wasn't pursued is simply because there didn't appear to be any criminal intent based off of what they were able to learn. Hassan says he's still in recovery, though, and if you'd like to donate to help him, we'll have a link for his GoFundMe later on KYAGSTV.com. I'm William Johnson with KYAGS News. Back to you, Jordan.